Alright, we have an Electro freeze soft serve machine that this barrel number 4, so this location has 6. This barrel number 4 was short on gas. It was Memorial Day weekend. They were having a big event here, and we were short on gas, so I knew we had a leak. We did just a really quick preliminary, make sure things were okay, and gassed it up so they could function. Well, we're back today to find the leak. It is short again. These remote condensers, this remote condensing unit, these are normally public enemy number 1 on leaks, but actually it looks like the braided hose is what's going off like crazy, which is very unfortunate. Now let's get the bubbles. There it is. Took a minute to show up. See if I can get a light on. Yeah. So I filled the hole. I didn't see anything coming from the hose itself. And I filled the hole. You move it. Yep. There's braided hose. Awesome. Well, I mean, at least we found it. Yeah, ironically, it's not from the fittings. Normally it's always from the fittings. No telling where exactly in the flex it is, but I don't keep these on the truck, so I have to take the chase off. I'll have to let me get it priced. I mean, if I'm gonna change one, I'm gonna change them both, because I've got to either pump down the system, trap the recovery, or trap the refrigerant that's left in there in the receiver. But yeah, I mean, these are the same age, so if you're gonna go through the headache of changing one, do you change them both? Yep. All right, now that I'm really moving things around, so I've got them color coded from when I ran them. So this is our orange set. Okay, this is the hose in question. Yeah, and so you can see it's a pre-charged line set from the factory. So you've just got this 3/8 that's put right on this hose. So what you got two options. Either you order the whole pre-charged line set that has this connected to it, or we cut this back, get our own flex hose, and then direct torch them in. Right, I can pull this out. And if I'm going to pull this out, we're going to get rid of this altogether. We're just going to extend the pipe through. We'll put a bushing so it can't rub, and we'll just direct pipe straight in and then connect with the flex hose. All right, here we are. What we're going to call barrel number 4, the one that has the leaking braided line. So what we have here, so the manufacturer only does sell the 50-foot pre-charged line set that's torched on. Right, so I'm going to just remove those Sorry about the, I'm gonna just remove, I'm gonna seat the receiver valve, and I'm gonna pump down, since the compressor works, I'm gonna pump into the receiver as much of the refrigerant as I can. And then I've got a 3/8 and I've got a 1/2 inch 72-inch flex line. Right? So I do have something new we're going to talk about and test out. Right? The NAVAC tubing expander. So I was in the market to get, I was always looking at the Hilmar hydraulic one. And then TruTech Tools, no affiliation with me, has a special that if you bought either the flaring tool or the expander, you got a free NAVAC gauge set. And I really like the NAVAC gauge sets, it's what I use. So for the cost of the Hilmar hydraulic to this was less than $100 more. And then I'm getting the equivalent of $140 gauge set. So, pardon me, couldn't pass it up, but we'll get there. But what we're gonna do is we're just going to park the refrigerant, recover what little we can't, cut those lines completely, expand them, right, with the expanding tools, torch them onto the flexes. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do here yet. I has thoughts, but yeah, we'll get there. All right, let's see. So I'm gonna go with the hands-free here. So it has a rechargeable 2 amp hour, 7 volt battery. Sorry, I hit the trigger. It's got a battery gauge on the back. It's got a light on the front, and so it comes with all the different heads. All right, so this is the 3/8. So that goes in there. Put this in the soft copper. Hold it. Let's see. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, so connection number 1. Nice. All right. I'm not going to put it back in the chase just yet. Because, I mean, it's good. I know it's not leaking, but when we leak test, I want to be able to soap it. So moving on to the 1/2 inch. Right, so you can see that goes on there. So there's a bottle of lubricant, and I'm appreciative that they drew a picture because let's just be honest, I don't want to read the manual. Just show me what to do in the picture. It actually looks like, oh, we're gonna have to read the manual. I mean, not yet. This is obviously to keep it going. So all right, now we've got the 1/2 on there. Let's see if we can do this way. Right, so the beauty of this is you no longer need this. Less torches, right? Less torching points. Now I've only got one joint to make to hit that. And I don't need to buy fittings ever again. Well, I mean, I'll need 90s and stuff, but if I just keep soft copper on the truck, you can make your own. I've got a tubing bender, so yeah. We'll see. Again, I literally just got this yesterday, so it's the first time using it. We'll see how longevity we feel. Okay, so there's our connection to come. I've got the hose wedged to keep pressure on it. I've just got this on just so I don't heat that at all. I use my tubing cutter slid up to hold the insulation back. So. Yeah, good. So originally I was going to cut these out. I opted not to because they're not leaking. I have so much issues in here with trying to get that done. There's no good access to get a torch job in there unless I absolutely have to. So I felt like that was going to create a greater headache and risk of leaks. So I'm going to go ahead and nitro this guy up, put her under pressure, get the soap on everything, draw vacuum. Things I didn't show, we did replace the dryer. I've got about 250 psi on this thing right now. I know it's not leaking from my joints because I don't hear it, I don't feel it. But best practice, put soap on everything. And I really wanted to just check these disconnects again now that I've torched near them. I wrapped the heck out of them with wet rags, and I used the Viper wet rag black actual pad, so yeah, we're good. Let's pull the vacuum. While my vacuum was running, I installed a new register. This is the kitchen that these were the only two registers in the kitchen, and they were incorrectly tied into the dining room AC. So I severed those and then attached these over here to the kitchen AC where they were supposed to be. Well, I took one of those trunks at the request of the owner and brought it back in and put in a new register. So yes, this is still running on the dining room AC, but at least now, even when the dining room AC runs, we're going to be pumping more AC into the kitchen, because I mean, it's a lot of cooking equipment right here. Alright, so I'm charging through the high side. I've got the unit powered off. Right. I'm charging through the high side, and I'm just going to charge until sight glass clears, because what this should do is fill my receiver until the sight glass is full. Then I know my receiver has the appropriate charge. Then I'll fire up the unit and see if we need to add more as it gets the evaporator filled and the like. Also, the unit was empty, so I had to sanitize it before I could prime it. And now I'm priming it with milk, because I can't put it in freeze unless it's got product in there. Weird way to end a video. I got my recordings backwards, where I was recording all the downtime my phone was in my pocket, and I had stopped recording every time I talked. So beyond the charging up of the unit, clearing the sight glass, pressures were beautiful, it was running great. So yeah, sorry, you get what you get with me. I'm not out here over editing. I'm not paying a ton of attention to the camera part of things. I'm just doing it. That's just try to keep it real. So